Never mind. Let him get the Morphling. It wasn't actually that good. We're gonna head into the draft here for game number 2 here of Hokori versus the Keystars. And you know what? Not only are they saying, yeah, we didn't need to ban the Timber and the Techies, they go for something completely different. But first pick, Hokori ban out Storm Spirit in the first phase of the draft.
You like to see it. That means they have something very specific in mind. They know exactly what's happening. If they're banning off meta, they're like, we know what's happening. We got it all calculated out. This is all according to their plan.
Mm-hmm. Just trying to bait them into it. You can just have whatever you want, and we will not care. I'm very surprised, honestly. I think that Storm Spirit is a hero that typically you can deal with. I know that Io Storm is like rough, and maybe even Pugna Storm is rough. There's still ways to play around it. Comparative to like Techies, it feels awful. That hero is really good in lane. They do have the option to get it, but also Timber feels really good. You know, you pick up a Void Spirit or even Magnus, which are two very typical mid laners that you see in this patch right now. You just throw a Timber in that lane and you're done. It just feels unplayable. So I'm really surprised that they're leaving both of those heroes. And yeah, okay, Spirit Breaker actually is really good. I hate playing against that hero. That actually changes how you play the game, and I hate those sort of things. That's why I would always ban out Brood all the time, even if I knew that there's a chance they wouldn't pick it. Like Broodmother changes how you think about Dota for that next hour, and I just hate it.
Yeah, it makes it really hard to play on core because every time you want to farm a side lane, you have to do the mental check of where are they? Can they connect? Am I being charged? It's just
Yeah.
makes the game so tricky to play.
Mm-hmm.
And we kind of saw it. It made the early game for Broodmother so difficult, so it makes
Yes.
sense to ban it out.
Absolutely. And well,
Beastmaster
yeah.
into Lich.
Ooh,
Ooh,
okay.
bit of a
Okay.
like soft counter, I would call it. You get to put down your shield on people that Beastmaster wants to kill, and makes Beastmaster a little bit sad. You're also a pretty strong laner, so if you're paired with someone with kill potential, you can threaten the Beastmaster just a little bit more than a lot of heroes can.
In another world, it's just Jug Lich, you know? You just
Mm,
open that up, it's easier. Uh,
wind.
there we go. See, I still like this.
Yeah.
Morphline's still in pool. Are we gonna see the reverse? Are Corey gonna be like, well, they did it to us? No, okay, they go
Void.
for the Void
Okay.
Spirit, so.
They're
Hey,
Void believers.
I like it. You know, Timber's out of the pool. Were there a ton of changes to the Void
The
Spirit?
Void Spirit. He
Hmm.
got some, I would say, medium-sized nerfs.
Okay.
Hard to quantify
Oh,
exactly
yeah.
how bad, but he lost a fair amount of stat gain. Was like the
Yeah.
big thing.
I do remember
And
looking at this.
his talent got swapped. His 15 talent that he really loved, the extra ring, it got adjusted up to the 20 talent. So he's got to
Yeah,
wait a little bit longer to get that cracked out talent.
that actually feels awful, I think.
Yeah.
Whenever like you get to level 15 somewhat fast. 20 is a much larger world. There's a lot of more XP between those levels, and it feels like that was a lot of survivability for you. Times that you would get ganked on, all of a sudden you have like 8 remnants that you can try to jump to. So I do like that they switched that one around. The stats feel rough too. You go from
Yep.
like 0.3 gain, you figure on 25 levels. It's a good amount of stats that you're missing. The int is insane. I mean, you almost lose a point per level on that one. Literally
Yeah.
like 25 int, or sorry, 30 int, I guess, in a game.
I think it kind of balances out though because he's he's not like a I want to say universal, but he's not a universally good mid laner right now.
Let's
He,
see.
you gotta pick him with a little bit of thought now because he's not just automatically gonna have a great game every single game. Um,
This is more
but
interactive gameplay.
yeah, he's still a very stable mid laner for the reasons that he always has been. Good initiation, tough to kill, tough to lock down, and he is still a universal hero. So even though he gets slightly less per innate level, he can still build items that give him stats.
Yeah. He's, you're always going to grab that gold. I wonder what. It seems like they are kind of protecting these safe lane picks right now versus the Beastmaster. Beastmaster is still an axes, axes, axes. You don't necessarily need things that deal with boar anymore. You just want good laners. And Bloodseeker is a fantastic laner. You always like just chipping away at their health,
Mhm.
gaining yours back. Medusa, kind of in the same way.
Yeah,
I don't know if there's
the
anyone else.
nice
I think
part
TA.
about yeah, TA definitely has a room, especially with if it was paired with like a lich or something. But
Mm-hmm.
I think that's a hero that is like you got to be mindful of picking it super early in the draft. So far, very like it's a very like I'd say somewhat meta opening from Hokori with the Beastmaster Void Spirit to like solid laners. They don't have any like maybe there's like Huskar or something, but like there's not really any heroes that you're just like, oh, I'm gonna auto lose the game if they pick this. And they've opened like 2 cores on first pick, which is like pretty solid, pretty epic, some would say.
Oh yeah. You get to 5 pick the one that's really strong. That one in Doom had seen. Doom has really dropped off, especially with the last changes. Doom, I'm not gonna say that he's like dead. I don't think that a Doom can be dead. But I mean the changes to his Devour bonus gold were pretty hefty. It feels like. Also his move speed, technically percentage wise, it got pretty dumped on. Again, I don't think that he's like out of the pool, but he maybe doesn't feel as much as a 5 pick anymore. Beastmaster still does, of course. And then you get the Void Spirit that you can protect with 3 picks. They ban out the Monkey King, which I think also kind of falls into the SA special, where you can see this hero a lot more in like the mid lane, safe lane, pause 4 flex all around. Other regions, it's usually actually only a pause 4 flex and very rarely gets thrown into the carry role. So good to get that one away. I think the only reason it popped up in the carry role was because of Underlord, whenever that was picked a lot. But after that stopped, then so did the Monkey King.
Yeah. So definitely a nice part about Beastmaster too is like you pick it on 5 and you're like, guys, the game will be fine. If I have a really bad lane, I'll just go farm some ancients. I'll stand under my tower and throw axes and I'll get some CS.
Right? Literally, like you're able to send that boar over to the camp that's by the Wisdom Rune. You can just stack that up 3 or 4 times, like literally AFK. You're just like you're in the lane. You just set yourself in the trees. I just need 5 seconds to do this. I'll be right back. And you're fine. You secure your late game. There it is again, dude.
Venom's back, baby.
Gardic is the one drafting for himself too. Don't do this. This time, lay down the law. Be like, you're playing this, Michael. Okay, you don't get anything else. This is yours.
Well, he's not against Spearbreaker, so now he's gonna have a grand old time.
Yeah, I'm sure.
He'll be able to show and farm and. Oh, Venotechies. Let's go.
Good lord, they're actually just trying to annoy their way through this draft. I mean, I like the Beastmaster feels like one of the strongest offlaners. Techies definitely feels like the strongest pause 4. I love this lane. I don't know if there's any hero that I really want to play against this. Beastmaster has a staggering amount of damage, again, with the axes. Techies also has very good poke with the bombs, and then you can just hard commit with your blast off if you need to. It's pretty good.
It might be a room for like an illusion hero, maybe like one with Dispel, like a Naga or PL. It's not amazing, but there's definitely room for it. Lycan, let's go.
I like that one a lot more. The only thing is with Naga, you think like, oh, I'm playing versus Beastmaster. I hit his boars. He doesn't get to play the game. It's awesome, but axes are so good. And you just always lose your illusions now in this lane. That didn't used to happen.
The Lycan. He's playing offlaner v offlaner, maybe. Or maybe it's an offlane Lycan, but I much like the idea of Lycan v Beastmaster.
I definitely want to see it. I don't know if it's good or not, which is why I want to see it. I want to see, like, was that just a really good Lycan game, or is this it? Because this one, I would also clarify, this is a very good Lycan game. Venomancer, you definitely get to run down with your ulti. You don't get to do a lot that's like very good against it. Even if you do manage to get a Gale, whenever you're like Lycan shapeshifted, you just run very fast. Venomancer can't really protect himself from that one. Techies is a little bit weirder, right? You have that taser. All of a sudden, you have like basically 2 disarms that you can use. And an AoE as well, so it's a little bit harder to kill him, but once BKB is out, of course, then you're just food anyway. So that's kind of where I really love Lycan. I think ideally you play versus like some like Oracle and Rubik or something, like 2 heroes that really can't do much to the horde that you're going to bring at them. You just kill them and you're good to go. This one is a little bit harder, but it's still very good.
Yeah, for sure. It does kind of keep their options open a little bit too. It's not super clear where like Wind and Lycan are going. A little bit of flex potential if they see a really solid 24 pick. Keeps their draft nice and ready to go.
Yeah. Now, would you think, if you're Hokori and you're looking at this one, would you rather have this Lycan go into a Beastmaster Techies or this Veno plus your Phantom, safe lane? Which one do you think you would rather have him lane against?
Oh, so if you're Hokori, where do you want the Lycan to go?
Yeah, because you're going to start banning. They ban out an offlane, so they clearly want this guy to go into the offlane and be like, you don't have anywhere else. Like, there are no other heroes you want to do. You're gonna keep the Lycan on the offlane. You have to make a different safe lane, right? Like that's what they're kind of trying to force out.
Yeah,
Or do you just think it's safe?
I think they're probably just looking at game right now. They're just like, what 24 pick would ruin us?
Yeah.
And
Oh,
Oscar does check off that box, I guess.
yeah. That could be really rough into the Void Spirit for sure. But yeah, either they think that this is going to be a Lycan safe lane, or they're trying to push it into the offlane by banning out good offlaners. Are they going TA? Is that why? No. Okay, they go for the Legion Commander.
LC.
Interesting, which kind of means that
Pause
that's going to be a
one?
Legion safe, right? Yeah.
I think so, yeah.
Now I guess I do kind of want this Lycan to be in my safe lane and try to pick something that's a pretty good counter to the Legion Commander in the off lane. You do have a Bounty Hunter with you. You have an opportunity for a decently strong lane.
I think this is like a very strong lane too, where if it's like paired with Veno or something, like it's gonna be hard to man up and show in that lane. Maybe they could flex the win to 3, do like Lycan 1 or something, but
the funny pick is Pudge. Get your shards, save people. Again, the funny. I don't think it's the right thing to do.
Yeah, a core with a save. I guess there's not really many options.
Yeah.
Doesn't seem like a great OD game.
Hasn't right, like, that's the other one that
seem like a great OD game for a while.
Like, does anybody want to play OD? Is that hero even good? I don't know. I mean, I think sometimes whenever you see this lineup, the Aura Builders is kind of just where I'm thinking. You know, like I have a ton of magic damage from the Veno techies. I want to buy a Crimson Guard for the Beastmaster, which is kind of why they banned out the Underlord. Maybe you just want to go into something with Wave Clear. Darkseer kind of is popping up. I don't know if that hero is even fantastic in this game.
Yeah, I guess
maybe
your options
Brewer
are like...
Axe.
Okay, yeah, I could see maybe the Brew.
Yeah.
I think you're kind of looking, if it's like we can't save the LC duel, then it's like, okay, we can't save from the duel, so let's focus on how we can win the fight.
Yeah.
Like after the duel goes down, either by bursting the LC or by killing the rest of the team. Quap. Okay.
Oh,
Let's go.
Okay. They're full switching. So this is going to be alone on the Legion Commander. You're opting to play this Quap into a hero that can dispel your dagger. Lumiere is taking this Void Spirit into the safe lane. I don't think that's a swap that they really expected. It means that it is going to be the offlane Windrunner as well. FCR is going to play that one with KNRD. So it is still a safe lane Lycan. They're still running with it. It swaps all over. This is so strange to me.
Yeah, the LC mid has had a recent like uptick. Guys, I don't have to worry about getting beaten up by 2 heroes. Now I can just 1v1 all game.
Yeah, I suppose so. I don't know. This is another one where I see this 24 pick and I'm like, I liked your lineup before. I don't know why you're really switching this one around so much. What do you think? Do you think that this Quap pick is going to own again here in the mid lane?
I think the Quap's just going to have like a solid game, kind of like last game. Added a bunch of damage, popped off with some big ults, but it's not like the classic 24 where it's like a make or break the game. They kind of believe in the rest of their draft enough that they're like, we don't need like a gotcha pick at 24. We have a stable draft. We'll pick another stable hero and we'll just close it out like we did last game.
All right. Well, definitely a little bit open for interpretation then, I guess. And who has the better draft? Who do you think is going to win this game number 2?
100% Hokori.
We're going 100% Hokori. Yeah. Okay. All right. And well, as okay, thank you, Pop. There, it's actually 51-49. Okay.
Oh, okay.
And
I was wrong.
Whenever there are 2 people in a committed relationship like Tint and I, there's one person that you also have to ask their opinion. His name is Pop Tart. Pop Tart, who do you think is going to win this game?
What's the play here, Matt? What comes next?
All right, Pop Tart is saying this to Corey. He won't type it in the chat for you guys. You guys don't get to see it. I just have to translate. Pop Tart also said that he really loves us. He's so happy that we were here with him. Oh, he agreed.
I hate to break it to you, Matt's just making all this up. He didn't say anything.
They just huddled into the tower. They're like, I'm terrified somebody's around. He did show with us the vision. Yeah, there it is. Oh my god, get him! Get the Lich! Oh, okay.
That's gold. That's XP. Look at the XP advantage.
Easy.
They're up 5 XP.
Let's go. They're gonna get the fast level 1, and they are going to win. They actually sacked so many people with this one. They see analog on the ward, so like they know what's coming.
Oh my god, they're going for it all.
Oh, they got 3!
Damn.
Holy. What a rune advantage here. Hokori. Now what is the percentage looking like?
100%.
Oh,
I already
it's
knew
52.
it.
Goodness. It's an easy win. Okay, that server ward might have honestly. That's pretty worth though. Kinnardy gets a sentry and an obs. So
Okay.
100 gold for him. Actually a lot. And then he gets the block on the camp. Maybe even it out there. I like this lane idea though. Windrunner and Bounty Hunter at face value have this like melee range synergy. This bounty is like pretty hard to deal with. You also have pretty good CSing on FCR. Gardic. Yeah. Sometimes Gale is a skill shot. I will say.
Yep.
You shouldn't hit it all the time. It does have a little bit of an issue there.
Yeah, I think this is like it's good to run Wind into these kinds of lanes. She's like tough to burst down, and she's top lane.
Oh, they are trying. They're trying really, really hard.
The axes.
I mean, the axes are insane. I honestly hate how this is like such a viable build. I liked it whenever Axis was like, oh no, like there are illusion heroes in my lane. I had to go Axis, and now it's like every time it's Axis. I hate it.
Yeah, I think it does make his laning like it feels a bit more fragile sometimes. Where if things start going bad, then it's like, okay, I'll just go farm ancients. But it's like you're kind of losing some avenue to like just crush the lane. It feels like because you don't have like the boars as quickly. I don't know. Oh, Lich.
Oh, they might have a Lich here. KJ doesn't have a Frost Shield yet, and Vitaly gonna get first blood. It's that early level 1, or early level 2 timing, and then bot lane, yeah, Lumiere. Ooh, dude, the power shot from FCR gets another one, and then in the mid lane, they get a kill on analog as well. Honestly, you know, Pop Tart got 2 of those. That's still really good. You know,
yeah,
you can't get all 3. It's literally impossible.
They planned it to happen all at the same time, and you can't.
Yeah, like screw this observer.
That's just the crazy damage that LC's Q does. It does a lot when you get them down in the full waves.
It's an insane here. Your trading in the lane is like fantastic because of your retaliate. You honestly don't want to pick illusion heroes versus it because you just insta lose because of how overwhelming odds works. It's not like the hero is invincible. I don't think that this is somehow like your 5 pick and needs banned every game, but it does feel really
he's trying
good.
Again.
Yeah, he's doing it. I mean, he doesn't have any W yet. He just got it, which means analog is all that much more sad. Holy alone.
He's just bullying him.
Speaking of bullying, top lane, they're just getting ran at.
Yeah. Techie's strong laner, I've heard. I've experienced.
Somehow did end up getting Techies and the Beastmaster on Hokori. We did say that the first phase of the draft needed some tweaking for them. They actually opened up with the Beast and the Voice Spirit. The Techies made it all the way to the second phase.
They had the plan. It was all figured out. Start with the Stormband.
And Bounty Rune picked up. Legion Commander does, of course, go bottle in the mid lane. And you'll go in for these initiations later. Gardic, a little bit of danger, but he does get the Q off. And yeah, Kinnardy surely to fall here as well. They'd end up getting the kill on Gardic first. You know, I guess it's as it intended. Gardic will always die first.
Yeah, he just wanted to make sure the Void got the solo XP from that kill.
So that's honestly lit. Every time that happens in my lane, I look at my support and be like, I love you so much. Easy kills. And Costable talking about easy kills. Vitaly will pick it up on the Lycan. His career too? Oh my goodness, it's disastrous. It actually had Tangos and a built his strength. It does not feel fun at all. KJ is willing to give his life for this D ward. Is it worth it? I don't know. KJ does go down to the board. Now Michael gonna go down in return. Kinnardy showing up to style up. And they get themselves a bit of a return. This is much more of a bloodbath than it was last time. I think we waited for a very long first blood in game 1.
Yeah, these lanes are hot.
They are moving. And one thing that the Cordon TP does well, whenever they first like entered the corner TPs, I wondered if teams were gonna do this weird like 2 killing supports and just go back and forth and just try lane.
Mm-hmm.
But here's they can utilize it like this in a kind of micro sense, like KNRD obviously picking up a nice kill for himself, whereas would have been a very bad trade for his team. It feels good.
Yeah, he gets to make that kill, and then he doesn't leave Wind Ranger alone for too long. Even though Wind's fine alone, he gets to come back and help out in the lane.
Ooh, man. Kardik has, he's missed a few. Missed a few of those scales. Kind of hard. I believe that some of the players here are playing on some pain, so I can't blame him too hard on it, you know? Everybody misses some gales in the heat of passion, Jimbo.
So who's the big winner out of lanes here?
Sure, clearly right now the Legion is going to be owning a bit, but yo, Beastmaster, baby!
Yeah.
He's actually feeling good. His CS doesn't look like it's all the way up there, but already at 3k net worth. Sometimes I don't leave the lane with 3k net worth. He's doing good.
No.
They jump on KJ. Does have the Frost Shield for some of the attack damage. It's pretty good versus these boars and everything else hitting them, but still end up getting the kill. Michael gonna try to run away. Delta split nicely. They do end up getting the Sonic Wave. Michael surely to go down here eventually. Can he get the deny to some neutral zone? Trying to go in, touch the acorns, and today acorns do it. Analog TP's in, uses the Sonic Wave, tries to get a kill, and all he has to show for it is a bottled bounty rune. And on the other side, they do end up getting the DD here. And alone! Oh my lord! He doesn't have the ult. He already used it here. DD is gonna pop another kill, but oh, maybe Quap actually, yeah, gets the return kill. So pretty nice for 3 kills where you're taken down. It's a big brain play. You just feed the mid laner and then let your mid laner get the kill.
Yeah, it's an investment.
And man, Quap CS, even though again a bit of a wasteful move up top, because of that deny on the techies, still is top CS in this game. And for all the net worth that Vitaly has, it's because they've been killing on that top side. He's the second, he's lowest CS now, but highest net worth. It's not often that you see that in the cores.
Kills are better than CS. Pause ones everywhere, take note.
Yes.
It's time to play.
It's time to play the game. He's playing it a bit early here on the Beastmaster, and everything else is pretty even though there is a slight net worth advantage for Hokori. I think everything's going fine for them. I think the Void Spirit is probably the biggest thing. He's not, again, too far down, but he's a hero that you kind of want to pop off. You really want him getting the levels. He's going to go for the Midas because he feels slightly behind, but he does need to get a lot before he can kind of enter the game.
Yeah, I think he's a pause 1. He doesn't need to fight. He's
Amen.
Yeah, get that Midas.
Amen, brother. He's honestly on Lumiere. He's been using these remnants very well, I think. I've seen a few range creep snipes with it. It's quite hard to do, especially on level 1. Now they use the ulti Costabile through the corner TP. Lumiere. No bounty track just yet, so they don't get the really big extra gold out of it, but still pretty nice chasing down on Costabile, and they'll get themselves a tower out of this one too.
That was a really nice rotation. You get out of the beast lane.
They're trying to scout out. Yeah, I mean, they're going to find Gardic first here. Jump in with the blast off from Michael. He doesn't have any bombs to drop off because he's not level 6 just yet. But oh boy, he's trucking through. Anybody he finds surely gets dueled. But it seems that they'll just battle everybody back. Kind of shoving off the Windrunner Focus Fire. Kind of shoving back Estable. But he got himself a kill. Windrunner did use a good amount of the Focus Fire. I don't think either of them feel too bad about this.
Yeah, they got something happening. It kind of sucks when you're like losing your tower to Beastmaster and then nothing else is happening on the map.
Oh, they just followed him the whole way down. Really good tracking from Hokori here. End up getting the duel. He waits a while on it just to make sure that he does to get that damage. And Mr. Pop-Tart, how much damage do we have on the Legion Commander right now for the duel? Was that the first one? Oh, so he didn't actually end up getting the first duel damage. And then as I distract Pop-Tart, they actually go mid lane on KNRD, but he gets the invis. And the Sonic Wave on Lumiere. They actually pop a kill. And now they found KNRD in the backside. So Gardic actually picking it up. He's, oh boy, deep in enemy territory right there on KNRD. So 2 heroes traded out for the Void Spirit, technically. Still pretty good for Hokori.
Yeah, I think Keystar is doing a good job of kind of finding their opening into the map. They're like, okay, it's too hard to play into this Beastmaster. Let's go punish Void Spirit. They do a really good job of just like kind of ruining his transition out of lane phase.
Yeah. It's crazy hard again. Like, as much as he is a universal hero, feels pretty good. He is still a tempo-based and level-based hero, so he does need a lot. They're running in. They got a lot of heroes. You don't necessarily have the wave clear like you do on Hokori, right? I mean, you're looking at basically the Queen of Pain and maybe some of the Lich, maybe some of the Windrunner. All very minor answers, not a ton like overwhelming odds from alone, which works so well. They ulti up. Looks like they have somebody they want to go on here. They first find Vitaly. He does have a roar available. He's going to have to turn on someone. They use the blast off, and now they have the roar and the duel. Take down that, boy, that Lycan. I mean, he falls almost instantly. This fight they wanted to start so eagerly on Keepstars ends up turning around on them. KRD now in a bit of danger. Still not level 6, so couldn't even offer track gold if you wanted to. And alone, picking up another one, a double kill for the Legion Commander. And this is how a Legion Commander gets out of control. It's fights like these and map moves like this that backfire on you so hard.
Yeah, this Beast is honestly just a monster right now. He was like, he forced that fight to happen because he was pushing T2 at 9 minutes. Like, absolutely wild. The Dark Troll Summoner, I think, is a big factor in that.
Yeah, I mean, they have nothing to really take away this creep yet, so Vitaly's just working with it. They didn't end up getting the kill on that top tower, but they can just walk it on mid. They get themselves another, and I'm sure that they're going to walk bot here soon as well.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if Beast like keeps posted up in this top jungle. He's kind of strong right now, so he wants to keep the tempo up.
Play the strong offlaner, kind of like Timbersaws used to do for a while. You just win the lane, then you stay up here and make someone come to you.
Posted up, looking for a dual top. Oh, they're gonna find him again.
Walking all the way around this tower. They find this.
He knows.
Oh yeah, somebody is around. They made a very long move for this one. Good job. They sussed it out with the wolves in the mid lane, so they knew that a smoke was coming in. It didn't really know where it was coming. And Kasable, oh,
they're turning on Beast.
Yeah, I mean, looks like Sonic Wave out. They find him Analog. Whoo, a 5-kill spree. Going the way of Analog. He desperately needed that one. Now they've tracked up alone. He is level 6 now. And here comes another shapeshift. Hopefully this one they'll make some use out of because they find Gardic. Let me get the track on him first. Okay, you can kill him. All right, they get one. Now they're turning back onto the techies. Another one maybe where they can get a track. But oh boy, that overwhelming odds. Put in some big work alone, trying to get away from this one. Not going to try to opt in for the corner TP. Doesn't think he has the time for it. There's some big hits, and as they jump in, even Analog getting in on it now. He body blocks it, and FCR ends up getting the kill. They do end up trading actually for SCR though, so Lumiere, not all clean, but still it feels like a slight advantage maybe for Keepstars out of that one, knowing that they were hunting for so long on Hokori, still being able to back into those kills. Okay, more than slight, but I think there were some kills missing there.
Yeah, that was honestly just like, I think it all started out really well when he somehow dodged the smoke gank.
Yeah,
he was like juking in and out of like trees and towers, and yeah. That sets him up for success. The rest of the team comes up and they just get to chase all the way through from the T2 down.
Invisibility. Well, they're trying, it seems, to still encroach the map right now alone. Invis up. And here we go. Getting revenge. Killed me once, not again. Gets his revenge, and it's a 3-kill spree. This time going the way of the Legion Commander now. They even use a dust. I guess one of them. I don't know. I guess I thought they were body blocked. Yeah, want to try to find the bounty, but he wasn't anywhere close. And now they have the track on guard. Going to take a lot of damage on KRD. In fact, they spread the non-communicable part of that disease over to the Windrunner, but KRD is going to be struck with death, unfortunately. Alone getting the kill. Dive through. Oh, they actually catch out the Windrunner. Still running away. A nice Chain Frost. It actually only. What? That bounced to the techies?
No, it bounced to the Void Spirit. He brought it far enough away that it couldn't keep going.
Oh, I thought it bounced off of him back at the techies afterwards, but I guess not. Yeah, so they get themselves not a whole lot out of that Chain Frost. Looked like it could have been good. But a net worth lead being accumulated right now on Hokori. Feeling pretty good. Vitaly's just up here taking these camps, but it's not anything terrible yet, right? Like, yeah, you're like 2k gold basically all on the offlaner. Doesn't feel that bad.
That was a smart TP out time. I think he used the scan probably to suss that out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's spidey senses are tinkling there. I haven't been playing Spider-Man all day.
This is the kind of part of the map, part of the game where it's like a little bit like make or break for these like non-pause 3 legions, where it's like they want to get duels, they want to make stuff happen. because when it gets to the later part of the game where teams are more grouped as 5, it becomes harder to get these duels.
Ooh,
And there it
okay.
is.
They find him here, and with the blast off, they get the kill eventually. I don't know if they definitely don't get the dual damage, but they'll still get the kill that they wanted here. Wild Rain Ripper isn't able to get right on top of KJ. I don't know if the Hurricane was necessarily available, but it looks like they just couldn't find it.
Yep.
So,
Oh, there might follow up top.
Ooh, yeah, hey, FCR getting himself a kill on the tech. He's able to stay the distance so that there is no disarm. Now, Gardic TPing out doesn't want to be a part of the chain feeding for this one. Even though they don't get the dual damage, getting the kill on that, what's his name, Lycan, still pretty good for them, right?
Yeah, you're totally fine killing a core, not getting the dual damage. I would say functionally similar. You set the enemy cores behind a net worth, give yourself more net worth.
Yeah.
Net worth equals damage. You know, it all adds up.
Amen. I still think Legion Commander, again, would be very broken, but is one of the heroes that should be a universal hero because of the class they have in Dota Underlords, being a champion that utilizes the classes of everyone around. Clearly, it's not just one element. Dota 2.
Yeah, I don't know about that one. Should be maybe even stronger than she.
I know. And Morphlin is the other one. Morphlin is literally water and transfers into so many other heroes. Also screams that it should be a universal hero, but it would also be crazy, bro. Like,
Yeah.
already borderline broken now.
I'm glad they don't balance based on thematic traits of the heroes.
I know. Gyrocopter. See, that Gyro is actually what I believe in. I think the hero would be fine. People say they would be broken. I think it would be fine. You're literally in a box. All right? What element are you? You're not.
Looks like they're ready to commit to this tier 2 top pressure now with the Helm of the Overlord.
Mm-hmm.
Gonna be too hard to fight into that.
Yeah. And with that, I mean, they haven't even taken a Roshan yet, right? It's only 15 minutes in. You usually don't see Roshan taken until 20. So the fact that they already get themselves a tier 2, or no, just 1 tier 2 already before the first Aegis even comes out. It means that first Aegis could potentially be a high ground now. Wait, they're setting themselves up.
Yeah. I'm guessing it'll probably, if they do it soon, it'll turn into like a clear the towers out. But
yeah,
you always have to be worried, like, I'm against Beastmaster, you know? Like, if we slip up, he will take our base.
Yeah. Looks like they're actually going to opt for it, really. This is a very early Roche, but they can handle it, right? I mean, a good ward on it from Keystars. They definitely see that this is happening, but do you think they have the tools to defend this?
I think they're going to give up the Roche for now and just be like, let's use this chance to get map control. Let's try and keep the game stagnant for a little bit. Let us get some room to come back into it, buy some items. Later game, it's harder, a little bit harder to play like the pick-off style Legion and stuff. So
they're looking for a fight bottom. Yeah, I mean, this tower surely is going to fall. They already used the fortification. Gardic's going to show himself first. They use the dust, finding Keen RD, but the bombs get dropped. They find themselves on Aegis on the other side. It's going to be a sonic wave. Maybe they can TP in some heroes. It looks like they'll try to. Jumping onto the Quap first. They find the kill, but on the other side, they do trade for a Techies. A dive through again. Keen RD in danger, and well died as well. So 2 gone, trading for the Techies only, and getting themselves an Aegis, which turns into a duel on the Windrunner. Trying to get as much with the Blade Mail, but alone could actually, if he's not careful, give away the Aegis so quickly. KJ will go down, and FCR doesn't want to commit to it. There's too many heroes coming into it. And oh no, caught out by the illusions of the Legion Commander. Very fortunately placed there from alone. And they get themselves 4 kills, trade for 1 and a tower. But Aegis still intact for the Legion.
That was Gardic's vengeance for all of last game. He just TV's down that by himself, holds the tower long enough to like delay this push and bait them into jumping on him, and he gets all his spells off and lives, essentially guaranteeing a super clean fight for the cleanup. Yeah, his vengeance from getting bullied by Spirit Breaker all last game. Yeah, you're definitely happy to be Hokori right now in this position. You don't have like a classic pause 1, but you have some scaling. You're ahead, you got Aegis. Your Beastmaster is a monster right now. And even the Void Spirit, who had like a rough early game, has farmed his way back up to the top of the charts.
Oh yeah, no, he was, I think only above the, or no, not above the Beastmaster. I guess in the CS he was above the Beastmaster, but his net worth was definitely like lowest in class. So yeah,
And
good for him coming back on that one.
he got beaten up in the like out of lane transition where they just rotated on him like 2 or 3 times in a row and killed him.
Oh boy. Yeah, I mean, this feels like free dam. We'll see if he actually ends up getting it for the dual win. And he did he get it?
No.
Yeah, no, only 30 damage still. He did not get it.
He's not scaling, guys. We're still
He's
in
not. We've saved it. And well, just
Mid
gonna
lane.
take a tower for free. Yeah, what's happening in the mid lane here? Run away on FCR. Looks like he's safe.
Yeah. They TP'd people out though, so this might be an opportunity bottom if they see something good. It's gonna be hard with this creeps running around everywhere.
Yeah,
These
creeps
huge
are all
columns.
over. Alone and still has Aegis for 2 minutes, and he's very healthy right now. I think eventually we do have to worry a little bit about his damage. Legion is a hero that is balanced around getting all that damage and being able to burst people throughout the length of the duel. I think with the rest of his team, he's not like, mission critical, like needs to have the damage. Void Spirit will eventually pop up the damage as well. So it's not like crazy, but you still need it.
Yeah. Oh. Oh my god.
Oh boy. So eventually he is now doing a ton of damage. And in the mid lane, they also... Okay, good job, Pop-Tart. That was clean. Yeah, they end up getting both of them there. Castabile goes down on the Lycan. And I mean, okay, I thought this game was playable, honestly. I didn't think it was that bad. But after those 2 kills, it just blew open.
Yeah. I think the game is just very it's a very nice game to be Legion Commander because there's so much good follow-up damage. You have techies who's just like the perfect follow-up for you. You could duel anyone and he's nearby and you'll have enough damage to clean it out. And Void Spirit kind of just being an incredible nuisance on the side lanes right now. Just threatening Windranger, who's usually a hero that's like very survivable against these like pause 1 style heroes.
Pause 1 style. I guess it's, damage, right? Damage and builds good items is pause 1 style.
Yeah, usually you're like, oh yeah, I can lane against the pause 1, it'll be fine, but your pause 1's a Void Spirit who's got a lot of mixed damage. Looking for a smoke though. I might try and get a sneaky like look onto the map now. They just finished Tormentor, so it's a pretty, I guess, like unusual time to be on the opposite side of the map smoked up.
Yeah, and people have talked about that, how, they kind of like, what's happening here? Focus fire. I mean, they could find, and they do find Lumiere. He's gonzo. Really nice stun setup from FCR. And I don't know, I feel like it's back and forth. There should have been a chokehold from Hokori on the map in the game. I would say that's a classically defined as a mistake there from Lumiere, and all of a sudden, they feel still in it. And maybe another classically defined mistake, because that is a DD, I believe, with the duel. No, Castabile actually gets away. They didn't get the Frost Shield. He's being body blocked on the other side. The Aegis just got reclaimed and alone. Oh my goodness, he's gonna die here.
Oh my god. How did he live?
What?
That's insane.
I can't believe he lived. I can't believe that the Aegis just got reclaimed. They got the track and kill. I don't know. Maybe I'm coping, but I think the Keystars, it's even. I know that the net worth's still 4K for Hokori, but their map is about to pop back. There's no more Aegis on the Legion Commander. I think you might just be sitting pretty again.
Yeah, I think you definitely are stabilized a bit. You're not like really far behind in towers, despite the Beastmaster. The map looks pretty balanced for you, and it's going to be a bit rough, like going late game against Legion Commander, but if she's not getting these dual damages right now, it looks better and better.
Yeah, right? Like, as long as she's not able to kill someone in the duration of the duel, you're fine. It gets easier and easier, of course, for FCR and crew Keystars to do that, but oh boy. That's not a position you want to be. Literally on the bridge with a Beastmaster on one side and Lumiere on the other. Not a fun place to be.
The Beastmaster though, he's kind of the rock right now. He's just had a really solid, stable game. He's still farmed, still active, still on map, and I think he's going to be kind of like the rallying point for Hokori right now, where they're going to reel things back a little bit. All right, let's go for some stable map pressure. Let's look for duels where we have clean follow-up damage. They might have just been feeling themselves just a little bit too hard.
Whenever you say that Vitaly is The Rock, do you mean like more of like Fast and Furious The Rock, or like that movie where he was the father who was also a football player? Which one do you think?
I'm
He's
thinking
more of?
Fast and Furious. He's going to
Okay,
be
yeah.
talking about family right now. He's going to be rallying guys. He's going to be like, you know, we slipped up a little bit, but family.
Family.
Cars.
My boars, my dragon, my
Yep.
teammates. Lots of family to go around here for the Beastmaster. I mean, they get themselves another tower. I thought they may lose some map there. Clearly not losing map at all right now. And honestly, there's a bit of a dodge, it feels, from Keystars until now. KeenRD is getting some tracks out. They've smoked up on everybody else. They just don't feel too confident to take this fight right now. I mean, yeah, they just back out entirely from Hokori, and there's no threat.
Yeah, the map's still like it's still hard to play against Beastmaster. They don't have really any other towers to work with, so if the map starts going badly against them, it's going to be kind of hard for them to cleanly get it back in their favor.
Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Another smoke up.
Somebody made a very good point in chat. ET should be universal because he created the universe. That's a good point.
Thematically, yep, I'm in it.
Yeah.
Balance-wise, I'm not sure. It could be dangerous.
I mean, balance-wise, we're not sure if any of the universal heroes should be universal right now. And well,
Oh.
oh boy, Gardic. That's something that we all know and love. Unfortunately, the Venomancer gets murked again. And Hokori, I gotta be a little bit careful, right? I mean, even though you do have somewhat of a lead, feels strong. There's no buyback on the Veno, so even if you do try to take a fight, he can't be back in it.
Yeah. I think you're gonna be like, excellent work, Gardic, like always. Tanking the game.
Good job, son. KRD
the
does get
duel.
the frost shield. It's a little bit protected, but the duel in the back line. They find the Quap, but not much damage going down. They end up getting the blast off. Stunned up. Can they have the damage? No! He pops a big one. He gets the blink away, and the Chain Frost burning through Lumiere. Trying to get the kill on the Lich next. Looks like they will undertake his supports, but the Focus Fire through. FCR trying to get a kill on the Legion. Follow up afterwards. The heal is not enough. FCR kills him dead, but the jump through from Lumiere will get revenge on the Void Spirit. It's 3-for-1 trade. Honestly, the Venom was already dead. We're not going to count him in this one. It's only one hero lost. And Keystars take a decisive loss.
Yeah, they had to play that so carefully because they were starting 4v5, and I was really worried for them when it started with the duel onto the Quap who survived, but it was our boy, the Beastmaster, pumping out damage, being stable. Yeah, actually second highest? No, highest teamfight damage.
Holy. He's pumping. Just by a small margin, but he's pumping.
Yeah.
On the other side, literally only really FCR to think of. The Focus Fire is really nice, of course, getting the kill on the Legion Commander. You're happy with that over nothing, but still the rest of his team doesn't seem like they were really able to get into it. Castable having a really rough time. I don't know what's on his career. It's probably a Nullifier, but I like to think that it's a Rapier because he's that distressed.
He hasn't really been able to
well.
find like good fights where he gets to run people down.
Oh, yeah.
Like that last fight, for example, it was like Gardic just tanking it, and he was ulted ready to find the cleanup follow-up fight, but they disengaged so well in Hokori.
Seems that there was already a helm on the Lycan. So sad. So sad. Yep. Smoked up. Yeah.
Everyone wants Roche. They're gambling on which side it's going to spawn on. Definitely top though.
Yeah, we got 2 minutes till day. So still a lot of time for it to be up here. Dire, I mean, Keepstars, I like their idea to maybe just run at an objective. There's a fortification up.
Yeah, maybe try and make something happen while they're doing Roche.
Yeah, I mean, if you can commit to it, obviously going through that is a death wish, right? You go through the portal, you do die. So it's rough for them. Maybe if it was a longer spawn, they would have had a chance, but instead they're going to throw some illusions on the high ground. See what they can get. Again, fort available. Just going to use it there, and they will get Roche. Do you think the fortification should affect Roshan now?
I think that would be epic. I don't know what it would mean for the game, but I think it would be cool.
The Chronosphere goes down on Roshan. Fortification gets pressed. All of a sudden, you don't get it for free.
Yeah, I don't know.
That seems like more of a funny change than a good change.
Yeah. Oh my.
Alone, popping the BKB and the Blade Mail finds himself a Lich. That means, oh my lord, the damage. He definitely gets the kill on that poor old Pause 5. But now with the Focus Fire, they end up trying to get the kill on the Legion, but FCR gonna get bombed to death. And yeah, he just falls for it. So Lumiere critting through, getting themselves another one. It's a double kill on Alone and Lumiere, and 4 heroes are gone from the Keystars, and this game, a 10,000 net worth lead, and the BM Pause from Lumiere. Get him, baby.
Could be worse.
Yeah, I
Please.
thought the Legion was blinking like too far away from the team when she blinked into like the whole enemy team, but no, I forgot. That was exactly where she wants to be with overwhelming odds.
Yeah, dude, that Lich actually exploded. The last tick, that was 350 damage from overwhelming odds, since you're allowed to press that ability now during the duel. So they ended up getting that kill. I think everybody that was around it also took 350 damage. So.
And she was also dueling with the Blade Mail app, so the other cores are like, oh, like, we should try and kill this Legion commander, but in reality, they ended up taking a fair amount of damage. It was a definitely like a very like clutch play by Legion. I think it was the cheese that saved her. She like regened a bunch of HP up in the middle of the fight.
Yeah. And looks like we do have a pause for sec. Probably some lag going on again. I don't think that either of these teams are playing on fantastic ping. I guess I am in the lobby. Does status still work? Dash status? No one heard me, said the console. Well, that's okay. Alright, let's see. Alright, you can do it in the console. Yeah, there's some higher ping on some of them. So just in the 110, 120, you know. Nothing crazy.
Not ideal, but not that bad.
You know.
One interesting thing too is the Void Spirit got the Remnant True Sight on the 15 talent.
Ooh, okay. Just making sure that is there an Ags, I guess, protection from the Windrunner?
I think it's like a solid game for it, right? There's a lot of invis heroes.
Yeah.
The boars, sorry, not the boars, the wolves, and the bounty. So a bit of you don't often see it on the core, but it makes a lot of sense this game, and I've seen him get like 2 or 3 wards off it, so it's a farming ability.
True, literally free gold. It sucks because the Resonant Pulse, that damage really amps up with everything that's around you, right? You're clearing so many illusions, or not illusions, I guess illusions also from the Lycan, but usually his creeps. So usually it feels pretty good, but yeah, that's the right thing to do.
Yeah. He's just throwing them down all the time, and it's definitely working for him.
He's also got, I didn't notice the Deso at first. And his hero just emits damage once the data list is out, which I'm not sure if that's actually coming out right now, if he's just sticking with the crit stick. But he's starting to kind of top out on his net worth right now, right? I mean, he's probably going to end up, you know, maybe selling the Midas, maybe upgrading the Harpoon. He's getting closer. Yeah, just a little bit, you know, a little bit. He's feeling like he will do the most of his damage once he's able to replace that Aegis with his Daedalus. And Quamp, of course, trying to finish out that newly changed Octarine core, by the way, because heroes would be building that Vanguard and bots and then trying to just switch it up, go on an Octarine. Well, now you'll have a floating Ring of Regen, and you just can't have that.
Can't have that. It's gonna be a good game for the Qs though. The Quap eggs. She gets like a big one down on some of the summons and heroes. There's a lot of melee action going on from Hokori.
Yeah, I mean, Lumiere just stepping up in Hinton Tower. There's not a whole lot stopping him right now. They've got a Lotus Orb that they're putting on him every once in a while to dispel that track. As you can see, with all the creeps, illusions, and everything that they can throw at these towers, Hokori, they're going to take it quite fast. They're getting ready on the duel as well, making sure in case anybody shows up that they do just die. But one rack's already down, and Lumiere, I mean, why stop? He didn't burn anything, and they jump through, finding the Nullifier on the Lich. That means he cannot protect himself with Frost Shield, with the Glimmer, and woohoo! crossed fingers there from Lumiere. I don't think he's playing on any pain. He gets the Manta dodge on the shackle shot. Good for him. Dodging out, and now with the buyback on the Lich, they'd be satisfied backing out, but you don't need to back out all the way, all right? You still have the same exact amount of spells as what you had before, and if you can kill the Lich like that once more, fight's still in your favor.
Yeah, big thing is they're waiting out the Lycan ult.
Oh, and now they're going to take down a Bounty Hunter. No buyback for him. Duel on the Windrunner, but not a lot of damage to get the blast off on. The Blade Man was activated on alone, but he's not able to get any damage onto SCR, it seems. And SCR turns around, will get the kill. No, he actually gets away. Tekis is the only one to die, trying to get out of here on the Void Spirit. He'll lose the Aegis, but 3 have already gone down from Keith starts, so I mean, yeah, even gonna get found out by Lumiere. Foregone, GG called. Game number 2, going to Keith, or going to Hokori. I knew we were gonna have a good series ahead of us. It's going to go to game 3 here. Hokori battle back after somewhat of an embarrassment in game number 1. This time, they're the ones to show a very strong performance, and this is exactly what we wanted to see. It's semifinals Dota here, SA versus